Hey, happy Monday to you guys. September 14th here. And rather than babble like I sometimes do, I want to go ahead and just jump inside Photoshop, show you an example of how I edit one of my beach sessions, let you guys see some behind the scenes with that. There's various ways to do this inside Photoshop. I'm actually using version 2020 here. So you've got content aware, you've got a whole bunch of other tools at your disposal. I'm just going to use the simple clone brush, and this one shouldn't be too bad. But like I said, I wanted to just jump in here and show you some of the craziness that goes on with these beach sessions. So when I say craziness, meaning this is a shot that I love to do with families. I call it the reflection shot. And a lot of times this area right down here is very just, it looks like glass sometimes. And when it's like that, it just makes a beautiful reflection. Sometimes it looks like this, where you've got some ripples, and that's okay, because you can still see the reflection. But this is an example of sometimes what happens when I'm down on the beach. When I want to do this with families, I'm thinking of, when we're down there, I'm looking at the lighting, I'm looking at people in the background, I'm looking at kind of what's going on and what's there in the surroundings. And sometimes if it's too crazy, where there's so many people there, that it would be chaotic, I won't even do this. If the lighting is not ideal for me, I won't do this. But this was one of those days. This is right out of the camera right here. And so I just wanted to jump in here and kind of show you how I'm going to clean this up. So you'll see the before. And while I'm thinking about it, let me just duplicate this guy so we can see it before and after. So this is, like I said, right out of the camera. I'm going to jump into this and start tackling this. So the first thing that I'm looking at when I look at this image is I'm not so much worried about the left side, because that's pretty easy. It's more the right side that's going to be a little bit more difficult in terms of the buildings, the structures, things like that. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to jump in and we're going to tackle this dude right here. Now, I will tell you that I'm using my mouse right now. A lot of times when I do this, so you're going to hear a lot of clicking here. A lot of times when I do this, I've got my tablet with me, but just for the vlog here and kind of time's sake, I'm just gonna do it this way. So just bear with me here a little bit. And like I said, a lot of when I'm doing this, I'm looking out for what's around them. Like right now with the pole, I can already see I need to make sure the reflection goes. So it's it's obvious I haven't whacked that purposely, which I will. I'm thinking about making sure things line up as far as the walkway, as far as the railings, things like that. This one's not too bad in the sense that it's so far away that the average person won't be able to really tell that. If the walkway was more in detail, then I would slow down a lot with this and clean this up more. But this one's going pretty good. But you can still see, in doing this, it does take time. I'll go back and clean that up here in a minute. And again, this is not something that I do with every family. There's a lot of times, sometimes I will do this and the families won't know. It just, like I said, it just depends. Let me get this reflection down here. It just depends kind of on what's going on in the image, how much is in the image. How much work I think it's going to be. Sometimes if I know it's only going to be 30 seconds, a minute, 2 minutes, then it's not really a big deal. But if it takes much longer than that, then you got to just kind of weigh that. So, and obviously I've got to watch my time in terms of how long it takes. And that's the thing with beach sessions, is a lot of times families don't realize this. They've seen your work, they know what you can do, and they want to make sure, or they want an image like you got on your website, or the session that you showed a few weeks back. And sometimes just the lighting, the weather, sometimes it's just not ideal to do it. But with this family, this one was unique in the sense that when we got down there, and I'm going to come back already and clean this up. I can feel it already. Clean it up in the sense that I'll have my tablet with me and get a little bit more detailed, because It's just hard with the mouse here. Like I said, I'm just kind of going real high level overview here. All right. Like I said, I'll come back in there and get that. But this family, when I got down there, I've worked with them in the past. In fact, I've worked with them for a couple of years. And, you know, I just knew I wanted to be able to do this. So when I looked at what was there, I was like, it's busy, it's crazy, but it's not too bad. So here's where things get difficult here. So you got, I don't know what this is, some kind of tarp, something going on here. And plus I've got the pole here to think about. So yes, I can whack it from the sky, but then, you know, how do you know, again, if I had my tablet, it wouldn't be too bad. But now I've got to see how do I make this building come over more? Do I extend the building on the, you know, the left side? Or I guess when you're like, yeah, you're looking at the left side, things like that. You know, and again, these are just details that they're not going to know about. They're not going to see. But it's things like this that get a little tricky. So I'm going to come down a little bit more and just see what happens here. Definitely, this one's a little bit more challenging here. You know, let's see if I can stick this in here maybe. Bring this guy down. All right, so again, that's for a rough draft. That's not too bad. So you can see there's the before and there's the after. Not too bad. I'll probably clean up in here and in here. The last thing that I'm looking at that jumps out at me is, whoops. Let me go in. Let me go get the shadow. I think this was my video dude that was with me at the time. AKA my son. And I'm just going to match up color for color here in the bottom, and hopefully it kind of blends in real good. Like I said, again, this is real high level, real quick. And this is usually kind of, this is what I do with most of the images. I'll pass through it real quick. Not really going this deep, I guess, but pass through kind of the easier parts of the image. And then I'll plug in my my tablet and get out my pen, and then really zoom in to some of the detail areas and clean those up. Just not liking, yeah, you can see a lot of that stuff through there. I'll definitely be cleaning that up. Oh, there's pole there. I didn't even see this pole. Ugh. Another thing that makes it very difficult right here. And this is something that, you know, I always critique myself. I'm one of those guys where, you know, I always try to get better and better. You know, whether I'm at the beach, whether I'm using external lighting, whether I'm at a wedding, shooting a wedding or filming a wedding, I always come back and critique myself and look at most of the clips, and especially the images. I'll look at each image, and this is one of those images where I'll kick myself right now and say I should have never shot this with that pole directly in the background like that. Now, if they were shifted to the left, or I guess to their right. To the right. Anyway, if they were shifted over, I could get this very easily. But the fact that it's right up against him like this is going to make it very, very difficult. And the fact that I've got it on the feather like I've got it there, it's going to make it even more. And again, this is just the mouse, very, very high level right here. Let me back that one out. I have to get in there with the tablet, because every time I get too close, it blends in with his skin there. Okay. Well, anyway, there's before, and there's an after. I'm trying to make sure anything else is not jumping out at me that I got the shadow. Okay. So anyway, not too bad. That took me, almost 8-9 minutes, almost 10 minutes, I guess. So you can see how that would add up per image. I mean, 5 or 6 images, and you're at an hour right there. So, but anyway, just wanted to show you guys some of the fun that I have. Like I said, ideally, this is a shot that I try to get almost perfect. before I bring it into Lightroom and Photoshop, so I don't have to do a lot of this, but sometimes things happen. That was one of those times where I should have moved it around or at least angled differently. But if I remember correctly, it was this guy was in the way. There was a family over here, things all going on all through here. I just had to watch out for. So, that's not bad. So, anyway, I love working with this family, and I'll continue to do this with the rest of their images. They've got all of them already except these, and I told them just give me a little bit more time with these, and I will get these to them. But here is another one. Let me see if I can find. So here's and you can tell the coloration of this image compared to this one. I try to pull some of the blues back into it, and you can see what was there, what was behind him. This lady being where she is, this guy. This is probably one of the images that I just wanted to show you, but I'm not going to touch because this guy would be extremely difficult to get out. And I'm pretty sure that's why I stopped here. I may have to go back. I think that was a big pop-up tent of some kind, and I can still see his leg right here. Again, which makes it difficult to remove. So anyway, but again, this right down here is what I'm after. I just love that. But I can go back and get this. That's not too bad. I just have to jump on the tablet with it to do it. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this. I love working with families on the beach. If the lighting is beautiful, like I said, this is the finished one. This is the out of the camera right here, so you can still see there's a lot of beautiful blues and everything. I guess now that I look at it, maybe that's a little bit. That's okay. Anyway, but got a babbling here. Anyway, this is the reflection shot, one of the shots that I love to do on the beach with you guys. If you book with me for your beach session, we'll go here. We'll go by the rocks over here. We'll go up by near the dunes this way. We'll take your family and spin you around where the ocean is in the background, get some shots like that, and just mix it up and have a good time. So hope you guys enjoyed this. I'll try to do some more behind the scenes when I can. I've got this family and a couple of others to finish up. I've got some real estate work to show you, both footage and drone work that I want to show you in an upcoming vlog here. And I've got 2 weddings that I've got to finish up that I filmed recently, with another one coming up I think in 2-3 weeks at the estate on the Halifax here in the Port Orange area. So looking forward to filming that. So just you guys have heard me say it before, I'm just a huge nerd, as my wife says, but I love it. I have a great time with this, and I love to share kind of what goes on behind the scenes. So I hope you guys are enjoying this. Anyway, happy Monday again to you guys, and I hope you have a great rest of the week. You will see me probably a couple times more the rest of the week, trying to do more of this more often and share some great content with you guys. So I'm going to cut this one off here. You guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll catch you on the next VLOG. All right, guys, have a great one.